as similar to step 3, there's going to be sub-steps for this. So we're going to start with the first sub-step, which when I wrote down, I wrote like how to apply transparencies to a vector graphic. So like we're going to do always for the last one, because we're going in order, we're going to unclick, the lock, and we're going to remove it, and then we're going to display it. Now we got all of these basically use vector graphics. I think that's really it. It's just the vector graphics. You can see over here EPS. EPS is like another form of like another illustration file. It's used for like a lot of if you're like importing stuff from Illustrator to InDesign or something else, but that's basically what it is. Okay, so if I wrote down right, we're gonna be selecting this black spot right here, and then holding the shift key. Remember, when you're trying to hold the shift key, you want to have both of them. So you hold the shift key and then click on it, and now they're both there. That's all you gotta know. It's basically we're just selecting both of these, but when you're trying to select both of these, you can really only select one thing. It's like, I guess binary, it's like 1 0 1 0. So you can kind of do that. But if you want to collect both, select both, you hold shift, press this, you hold shift again, you press this, and both selected. We're just selecting both because the one from the purple cool one and the one from the green that we just did a minute ago. Well, not a minute ago, but you know what I mean. And then we're gonna go to course to the effects panel again. The effects panel is our friend. We click the object. We're gonna change the opacity down to 30, which we're just gonna do that first, and then we're gonna change the blending mode from normal to color dye. And now you can see that it's much more lighter, and it kind of blends in with this purple, and this also blends in with the green, so it actually looks a lot better. And that's like, the first part of this like sub-step. And we're also going to do the same thing with the salad image. Now, you can see that the salad image is a stroke. Now, if you were to, like, look at it, like, you can see right here, or we'll go to the swatches. Remember, this is the fill, and this is the stroke. So, if I were to, like, press X, I think, you can, like, if you press X, it actually goes to the stroke now. And you see this, like, arrow, like, back and forth arrow. If you switch it, it will go to the fill. We're not doing that because we're changing. We're keeping it in the stroke. And what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we select the stroke, because if you don't select the stroke, it's not going to change it. I think that's what I wrote down, yeah. And then when we go to the effects panel, we're going to make sure to not do the object. If we do the object, it's going to change the object. But if we do the stroke, it's going to change the stroke. So select the stroke. And I think what we're doing for this is we're just changing the blending mode to hard light, which I'm just going to double check. And now when you do hard light, you can see the difference. Like before it had the stroke around it and it was covering the image, but now with this, there's the part right here, this middle part that is transparent, while the background part is, this is a brighter pinkish purple, and this is more like a grayer purple. So that's what it does change. We don't need to change the opacity for this. So remember, if you want to like deselect things, you can do you can just do edit and then go to deselect all. But what I usually, that's the way I start off. But if you really want to deselect something, you just do the keybind, which is a Control Shift and A. Now of course I will put the alternative way, because like if you're using a Mac, it's different. You have a command button and Alt is like option. I gotta remember everything again. But on the screen I'll have like the alternative like way of doing the alternative like keybinds, which if I'm doing the save, I'm saying Control S. I'm going to on the screen, it will show like Command S if you're using Mac. Just to explain it so people know. If you wanted to deselect it, it'll all be Control S Shift S A. But I don't really remember what the command is because I've used a PC for my life, so I will display what the command is for Mac. But anyway, this is for the first sub-step. I'm going to end this and I'm going to do the next sub-step, which is let me see what I wrote down. Applying transparencies to a vector graphic. So that's what I wrote down. So we're going to change that, and we're going to end this recording.